Am I the asshole for snapping at significant other for asking me questions I cannot know? Woken up at 3 a.m. by a jumpy significant other telling me there is someone in the attic. Get up rubbing my eyes and check the hatch which is closed. No ladder present below hatch means no one got in there from the hatch. I put my ladder there and check the attic, empty. Hear something running on the roof at this point, probably a cat. Get down, significant others panicking asking what I saw. Tell her nothing in the attic, something maybe on the roof. She wants to call the cops and is asking 100 questions. Ask her to wait while I check it out to settle her down. I circle the house twice while shining a bright torch over the roof. Don't see anything there. Get inside house and explain I went around the house twice shining the torch on the roof. There is no one there. But I am bombarded with, who is it then? No one. Who could it have been? No one was there. What were they doing on the roof? I don't even know if someone was there. How could they have gotten up there? I don't know. How do you not know? Take a guess. I don't think anyone was there. Probably a cat running around. You need to go speak with the neighbors to see if they saw something while I call the cops. I am not going to wake the neighbors at 3 a.m. and you are not calling the cops. Just go to bed. No, you need to go speak with the neighbors because you don't know anything. You don't know who it was, what they were doing there, how they got up there. Listen, I don't know who was there. I cannot know this. I don't know what they were doing there. I cannot know this. I don't know how they got up there. If you want to ask hypothetically, then maybe they flew there. They parachuted off a plane and landed there. Maybe it was Spider-Man. I just don't know because I cannot know. I have walked around the house and found nothing. You think me waking the neighbor will solve the mystery even though he knows less than us? She is pissed off now, saying it was a stressful situation and that I should have been cooperative and understanding of her feelings, but instead I was a real asshole. No matter which way I look at it, I can't think where I went wrong. I am not in the best moods at 3 a.m. Not the asshole, but I will say we heard a noise in our basement not too long ago. We thought it was maybe an opossum that got in and knocked something over. Nope, it was an actual human being. So I get being skittish. But yeah, her anxiety was ramping her up when there was nothing more to do. Not the asshole. Turn it around. Yes, it was stressful, so maybe you should have been cooperative and understanding that I don't have all the answers, and neither do you. Sheesh. Just because she decides that neighbors need to be disturbed and the police called doesn't mean that's an appropriate reaction. It's her reaction, not yours. You are allowed to have differing opinions. Your significant other needs to see a therapist. Seriously needs a therapist. This behavior is nuts. Not the asshole. Maybe they flew there, they parachuted off a plane and landed there. Maybe it was Spider-Man. I just don't know because I cannot know. Beautiful comeback, op. Not the asshole, especially at 3 a.m. No assholes here, but reading this, does she normally act this way? As someone who has dealt with paranoia and isn't always fully there, especially with a middle of the night wake up. This is sounding on the verge, if not, paranoid to the point of delusion. The questions, to me as someone who's been there, sound as though in her brain she knows someone was there and she is in an unwell state of mind. Maybe she acts like this normally and it's nothing, maybe it's the middle of the night dream fog. But it sounds irrational and concerning. If this is normally how she is, I'd lean more towards not the asshole. Just reading this is sending me alarm bells. Well, I can't say that you answered her questions very smartly. You saying, I don't know who was there. I don't know what they were doing there. I don't know how they got up there. All say the same thing. That there was someone up there. Yes, you'd said it was probably a cat, but among all the things you said, she's just hearing you say, there was someone up there. That's where it went wrong. Am I the asshole for taking my friend's sick dog to an expensive vet without her consent while she was away? I, 20M, agreed to dog sit for my friend Alma, 22F, while she was away for a week to see her parents. On day 3, her dog, Cherry, started vomiting and refused to eat. I called her but she didn't pick up, she was at a festival. I panicked and took Cherry to the emergency vet, where they diagnosed her with a blockage and did a $1,400 surgery. Cherry is fine now. Now when Alma got back, I gave her the bill, explaining it was an emergency and that was my only option. She completely blew up, saying she'd never have approved such an expensive option and would have waited to see if Cherry improved. She says she's broke and can't pay me back. Our mutual friends are split. Some say I saved Cherry's life and didn't have anything better I could have done. Others say I overstepped by not waiting longer cause it's not like a dog could die that quick. Alma is now ignoring me and told everyone we know that I forced her into debt. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. A blockage can kill any dog quickly. You literally saved her life by taking her. Well done for noticing she was really unwell. It can be tricky to spot. ETA. The vet wouldn't just go ahead with a surgery without exploring the option of making the dog sick first to see if whatever is causing the block could come out. This obviously wasn't a viable option. Some vets will get it wrong, of course, we are human. I'm right in this instance and so was the treating vet. Second opinion wasn't an option for Op. In Ta, she'd be crying about how you murdered her dog if you'd taken the only other humane route. You absolutely did the right thing. $1,400 isn't even particularly expensive for that kind of surgery. Not the asshole. You did what you had to do, and it was the right call if there was a blockage. Your friend should absolutely pay you back, with her gratitude that you saved her dog's life. I have left my cats for friends, family to watch. I let them know that they could call, text, however, I also left them with information for our regular vet and an emergency vet. I let them know to do what they think is right, and that I would pay them back for any expenses. Not the asshole. This is why pet insurance and emergency funds exist. I legit have a savings account dedicated to putting money aside for emergencies involving my pets. Your friend should be happy you took the dog before it got bad. If money is tight, she could have worked out paying you in installments or something. Not the asshole. You did the right thing. She shouldn't be a pet owner if she can't pay for emergency vet bills. Emergency surgery for a blockage isn't optional, and you definitely didn't overstep. Refusing to eat, for most dogs, is a key sign to take the dog to a vet. That said, Day 3 means there's a decent chance that the blockage was incurred under your watch. Am I the asshole for telling someone to stop making their insecurities my problem? Some background. I, 29F, used to know Tom, 30M, years ago. We were acquaintances as teenagers, and though we briefly dated at 16, it wasn't serious, and we stayed on neutral terms whenever we ran into each other. A few years later, when we were in our early 20s, I bumped into him at a nightclub, and he introduced me to his then-girlfriend, Alex. From the moment we met, Alex was noticeably cold toward me. She barely spoke, made passive-aggressive comments about my appearance, and created an uncomfortable tension. Sensing the awkwardness, I made my exit. Tom later messaged me to apologize for how she acted, but I brushed it off. I didn't think much of it, as we weren't close anyway. Since then, I've occasionally run into them at different social events, and Alex's attitude toward me has never changed. She has made snide remarks in passing, whispered about me to others while I was nearby, and has generally gone out of her way to be hostile anytime we're in the same space. I've always ignored it because, as far as I was concerned, whatever problem she had with me wasn't my issue. Now to last weekend, I was out with some friends when I saw Alex and Tom at the same venue. Tom came over to say hello and make small talk, and almost immediately, Alex stormed over. Without even greeting me, she shoved her ring in my face and made a pointed comment about how I definitely couldn't have him now. I laughed and told her I never wanted him in the first place, but I was happy for them. That only made things worse. She started raising her voice, accusing me of trying to get attention for years, making assumptions about me, and throwing out personal insults. When she finally finished, I asked if she was done and told her that I had never done any of the things she was accusing me of. I also made it clear that I didn't care about her or Tom and, most importantly, that she needed to stop making her personal insecurities my problem. She looked like she was about to respond, so I added that she also needed to stop being jealous of me because there was no reason for it. At that point, she excused herself and left the room, with Tom following after her. Before he left, he told me I didn't need to say all that. My friends thought my response was blunt but justified, while some mutuals later told me I was too harsh and should have been more understanding because she's obviously insecure. Now, I'm wondering, was I too harsh? Alex stormed over. Without even greeting me, she shoved her ring in my face and made a pointed comment. Not the asshole. She was unnecessarily aggressive and plain fucking rude about it all for there to be any issue with calling her bullshit out in the way you did. And like you say, her insecurities aren't your problem. Not the asshole, but you know he's told her some lies about you, right? Probably that the relationship was more serious than what it was, or that you still actively want him back, or both. She's insecure and her behavior is unjustified, but I don't think she's doing this unprompted. Not your issue either way, but I don't trust Tom. Wait, so it's okay for her to be harsh and embarrass you in public, but it's not okay for you to shut her down and defend yourself? Who are these friends who don't have your back? Personally, I'd be giving the side eye to someone who wouldn't defend me when I've been attacked. Alex's insecurities are her issue, and it's her responsibility to manage them without taking it out on other people. Under no circumstances should anyone else be made responsible for treating her like glass when she's clearly not bothering to help herself. She's not a fragile little flower. She's an adult and deserves to receive consequences for her actions. You did nothing wrong. You didn't instigate this encounter, but you effectively shut it down. Good for you. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. However, you are missing a major target. You should not trust Tom, though. He has seriously misunderstood your previous relationship and is using this mythical relationship to manipulate Alex. There's no way she came up with this on her own. Unless you are completely clueless and somehow missed that Tom was your wheeled 2 Louis V. Doubt it, but it is something to consider. Not the asshole. She did that to herself, and if other people feel you should have been nicer, then they should have handled it previously by telling her to stop being delusional. You needed to say that because Tom was ignoring some major red flags in this relationship. Tom knows this happens when he talks to you. So he is either doing it on purpose because he likes when his girlfriend gets jealous, or he hasn't established healthy boundaries and is dragging you into their private problems. Tell them to get some therapy and leave you out of it. Am I the asshole for calling my wife out on giving joint birthday present without me there? Son's birthday today. He's 5 years old. I wasn't there this morning as stay away from home some nights due to work. Even if had slept at home would have left for work before the kids woke. We have a party planned on Saturday and will be there at dinner time tonight. I realized that my wife gave my son a present this morning. She said it was from S. Apparently she does this every year. I was hurt and told her so. I thought it was selfish that she couldn't wait to share his excitement. Her excuse is that it is unfair on him to make him wait. Find that ridiculous, and believe he absolutely could wait. I said the only reason to give it early is the selfishness of wanting to experience his joy alone without sharing it. Am I the asshole? Edits. This blew up quicker than I expected. I couldn't get online for the last hour. And overwhelmingly with you are the asshole responses. Many with some unfair assumptions, so I want to add some context in my defense, although I think it won't change the general outcome. 1. Today is his birthday, although we have other special plans. Next week I'm taking 3 days off work, 2 of which are for a family trip and the third is a special day for my son. I couldn't get today off work though, and Saturday is his proper party, which I obviously will be there. I have a 1.5-hour commute each way, hence why I don't normally see him in the morning before he gets up for school. But I normally read the bedtime story when I'm home and I video call every evening that I'm not home. I'm not an absentee father and I'm not just a sperm donor. 2. My wife has bought most of the presents but not all of them. We tend to put things in gift bags, not wrap them. Last year it was me that bought the main present. This year there wasn't a main present, it was mostly a few smaller ones because the family trips mentioned in 1 are really his main present. I don't expect her to do all the gift shopping and give all the ideas, I do a share of it. She does have more free time than me, and does more of the childcare than me. That's a problem of our shared life choices and not something that we can easily change. My long commute is primarily due to decisions on her part. 3. Yes, she said she does this every year, but first and second birthday are not quite the same level of conscious response, and third and fourth I am not sure what she gave him in the morning. As I mentioned, last year I got the mom present, and that was given in the evening. I am definitely jealous if she is giving him presents. I definitely want to be part of the enjoyment of his birthday. I was hurt and didn't understand why he had to receive the present when I wasn't there. Yep, he's 5 years old, and every family is different. I don't remember receiving presents until the whole family was there in the evening. I thought that was normal, and assumed my wife had the same thoughts. We hadn't discussed it, and I was upset for missing out. I think if I knew, then I wouldn't have reacted that way, but it was a shock and I was upset. I still am jealous and have some feelings to work through. I don't like my work situation and commute, but I really don't see a way to resolve it without significant financial risk that I'm not willing to take in this climate, so we'll have to suck up my disappointment. I called my wife selfish for getting the joy alone without discussing it first, or without giving me the chance to join on video call. I guess I need to take the you are the asshole verdict. Edit. Again, too many comments to respond to, and can't respond for at least a few hours so that I can spend time with my son on his birthday. Believe he absolutely could wait. You are the asshole. Could he wait? Absolutely. Should he have to wait because of one adult's childish demands? Absolutely not. He's a kid FFS. Let him have some fun instead of this nonsense of you getting your nose all out of joint about it. You are the asshole. My dude, you are throwing around accusations of selfishness, despite being the adult here whining about a child's birthday not satisfying your own needs. Info. When you say joint present, how much effort did you put into choosing and preparing, wrapping the present? Also, you've only just realized she does this every year? Come on dude, your wife is openly giving you credit for the gift when I'm sure you probably have no idea what it even was. If it's so important to you to see your child open a present, then buy one yourself that you can give him when you're actually at home. Dude, you didn't even buy your son a present. That's how you didn't know she did that every year. Maybe buy something yourself and gift it to him at night. You are the asshole woman facepalming light skin tone. The fact that you didn't know your wife gives presents shows that you have no part in buying them. She thinks, she acts, she is considerate enough to say it's from both of you, but you feel you are entitled more. Man, you are greedy.